U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in a win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Shoves him away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring out 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, but how about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This will be fielded at the 17. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. Not something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Just zero hesitation for the rookie passer. He is coming in firing in his opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this
this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, Jacobs once more. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The slant connects with Davante Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Vikings will extend their lead with a final minute in the half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain of 7. First down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He'll drop to throw. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here as they get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, Cook. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2. That puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. look to throw here on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Here's Johnson with a reception. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Raiders 13.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game near the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll set up to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. It's caught here by Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Las Vegas.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He's got it. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
With something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taken in at the 22.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
He'll take this to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and
Slant to Adams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right to the 27-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
This is Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And they're going to get the timeout call. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 42-yard attempt.
What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Las Vegas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable.